afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien in Baba here on the morning of Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. And here's an editorial on communication. As you can see, we're going to have a rough transition from Republican to Democrat. They're not even talking to each other now. They don't even are on the same page on stuff. And here's the problem. Here's two issues that you have: COVID-19 and confirmation issues. And don't forget I already told you how to fix COVID-19, so let's take that out of the table for the moment. But here is 2 points that I could make on your confirmation issues and your immigration issues. That both Republicans and Democrats, if they come to the table with the right thinking, and I don't mean change your views, I mean the right thinking here, okay? That you could get a consensus on it without changing your views. You do have to change your faction, and there's a difference between a view and a faction. You're never going to get AOC to change hers because she doesn't understand the difference between a view and a faction. She's just faction. That's all she is. But you other politicians there, they have views and belong to a faction. Number one, with the confirmation issues, especially for executive branch and justices of the Supreme Court, instead of going yes or no and partisan, which doesn't mean a thing, if you say yes, you should have to put a meaning why I'm voting yes because this, or I'm voting no because this. And because you're a Democrat and said I don't like her because she is conservative or Republican, that is not the issue. You got to say no for whatever true reason it is. Or you could go a third route and have, instead of a vote of yes and no, you should have a vote of yes, no, and abstention. And the reason you abstain, you should put it on there. Say, with Conan Barrett thing, I would have been, if I would have been a congressman or a senator, I would have abstained. I wouldn't have said yes or no. I do not know much about Miss Barrett, and in the time allowed, you wouldn't have gotten any information anyway. So I would have abstained and said, I don't know anything about her either way. This is a politically motivated issue because they should have waited till the end of the election. And of course, the Republicans would say, but Biden's in power and he would put somebody else in there. So here, when Biden gets to do his request for Supreme Court Justice, I would have those three there. Yes, and put an answer why you mean yes, no, and specify why you voted no, and abstain, and specify why you voted abstain, because you represent your states, and the people in your states has to understand your vote. Not politically motivated, but it must come from the heart and the constituency that you serve. With the illegal aliens, citizenship is not the answer here. Giving them a vote is not the answer here either, for you Democrats. Illegal aliens are illegal aliens. They don't have the right to vote. They don't have the right to drive. They don't have the right to anything. But you can give them the right to exist, or the guarantee to exist here until their situation is resolved one way or the other. If you allow them asylum, they must submit a special way to get residency and later on, 14 years later, citizenship. 14 years, okay? From the time of their being granted residency, permanent residency. That means they can't send money back home and they can't go back home. You're permanent here For 14 years, until you become a citizen, you can't go back home. That is the price you come to the United States. That's what it should be. And while your case is being mitigated, you should be given a number, just like an American citizen gets a Social Security number. And with this number, you have the right to work, because you have the right to be here until your case is mitigated. Therefore, you have a right to earn a wage, and with that wage, you can have deductions, like you have Medicare deductions for us, and Social Security. Well, you deduct for taxes, because you got to pay taxes, and you deduct for illegal alien fund, and that could serve as a Medicare/health fund for whatever medical issues you have. And you have a plan just like Medicare, but separate from Medicare, because you're not an American citizen. You're just here on a temporary basis until you being adjudicated. You understand what I mean, Americans? Do you really? This is your favorite alien named Bubba. What do you say about this? Good day.